Arsenal have just beaten Newcastle 2 goals to 1. I mean, what a game at the end. What a stressful game watching as an Arsenal fan. I mean, for the neutrals, they must have loved every second of that. What a game it was. But at the end of it, we won, and that's all that mattered. I also just somehow make every single game more difficult than it needs to be. But look, let's get into it. Look, the pressure today was on Arsenal to win the game. Okay, it was simple as, with Liverpool dropping points yesterday, Chelsea also dropping points. I know they're not in the title race, but so many teams around you dropping points, and especially Liverpool losing, not just dropping points, but they lost. How often are you going to get that from Liverpool this season? The pressure was on Arsenal to go win the game. And at 70th minute, I'll be honest, I was stressed. I was thinking to myself, oh my God, another failed opportunity where rivals drop points, where your title rivals drop points, and we failed to take advantage. We did it last season multiple times. I mean, West Ham last season when Liverpool dropped points and we go and lose the game at the Emirates multiple times where rivals drop points. Arsenal just weren't there to take advantage. But today we did, okay? And it was at the 70th minute, I was thinking to myself, oh my God, we might not even win this game. We might even end up losing. But today, the subs, credit to Mikel Arteta. And I've said in my previous videos where I did criticize some of his decisions in terms of his subs and his lineup today. But today, he got a perfect today. Today was the subs made the difference. They were the game winners. Mikel Merino, Martin Odegaard, Martinelli, Lewis Kelly all came and played a part in us winning the game. I mean, Mikel Merino, what a brilliant header that was. I mean, it hit the post. The keeper had no chance of saving that. We know what Mikel Merino is good for. So let's use him like that. I don't know why we're playing him as a number 10, okay? He's a good-sided. He's a good number 8, not a number 10. Martin Odegaard, what a brilliant cameo today by him. Comes on, absolutely controlled the game today. I think he even got the assist. Let me check. I think he got the assist by the Gabriel goal, right? I don't even know how to use this. Yeah, he got the assist. He took the corner. But today, he was magnificent. That cameo, he absolutely controlled the midfield. I'm not sure if we would have won the game if he didn't come on today. And this game, honestly, I would have been very disappointed if Arsenal went to go lose the game today, because I think we was not by far, but we were definitely the better team. We created so many chances in that first half. And I think today Arsenal definitely looked a bit different. Today, of course, you saw Eze playing in the number 10, and I think that made a big difference to how Arsenal played. I mean, the amount of opportunities Eze found himself in that first half. He probably, he's probably frustrated that he didn't score a goal, because today that first half, it was all him. He was getting into so many opportunities, creating so many chances, and he's just going to get better. What a player he is. We also saw something different today. We saw Leandro Trossard, who was playing as a left wing, but many times in the game, you see he was dropping in deep to pick up the ball from Gabriel and Mosquera, which is something unusual. We haven't seen him today. He was almost playing as a midfield. But today also were just so much quick, just much better on the eye. We were just so quick flowing. And we were so unlucky not to score. I mean, off the top of my head, Leandro Trossard should have scored. I think Eze should have scored at least one. Saka maybe should have done a bit better in the opportunities he found himself, but Arsenal were just so much better today compared to recent games. Much more better, just more quick in terms of progressing the ball. And it was really Pope. If it wasn't for Gabriel scoring the winner today, Pope was man of the match, because this guy had an amazing game. This guy was saving every single shot that was coming his way. Gyökeres, that first half, he looked really good. He was linking up play, getting into dangerous positions. And there was one moment where he really should have scored. I think there was one moment in the first half. He did he tried chopping it back in. I didn't understand why he did that. You're on your right foot, shoot. But yeah, moment of controversy in that first half. Gyökeres gets a pen, gets fouled. I don't know how that was overturned. I've never seen that in my life. A foul like that gets so micro-analyzed. It feels like with Arsenal, every single decision has to get micro-analyzed. If that was the other way around and David Raya did that, mark my words, that is a straight pen, and not just a pen. That is a red card. David Raya is being sent off. So I just didn't understand that. It feels like every single decision that goes against that favors Arsenal just has to be absolutely micro-analyzed. Yeah, and I just don't understand how that pen wasn't given. And then at the end, we go, Newcastle go attack. Mosquera gives away a corner, which I'm not going to blame him too much, but it was a defending. Gabriel, I mean, what are you... I know you scored the winner, but that was a very silly mistake by Gabriel. That was silly defending to go down like that when you really should have won that header. I mean, that header was there for you to go win, and you just fall on the floor like that. And it wasn't even a push like that. It wasn't a foul. Let's be honest. You're a big centre back. I think you're definitely over 6'4". How are you falling down like that? A little touch and you fall down on the floor, and it cost us today. It really did cost us with our first goal, because apart from that, they really didn't do much. They scored because of a stupid mistake by the defenders, by Gabriel just falling on the floor like that. Those fouls are never given, so I don't understand why he risked it as well. At the end, Arsenal pushed and they got rewarded for it. I know a lot of people are not going to be talking about the performances today, because of course the result at the end is what overshadows it. But I think today Arsenal looked much better than we have in the last few weeks, probably since the start of the season. We look much better. There was a lot of positives to take. We looked more direct, more forward passes. Declan Rice today, oh my god. Well, we're going to talk about Declan Rice as we come. But look, I mean, he completed the most passes today. The amount of passes, direct passes Declan Rice was making today was crazy. He was basically the conductor today over Zubimendi today, and you can see they switched. But today it was Declan Rice that was conducting the play over Martin Zubimendi. Eze as well, playing as a number 10, was just a refresher. Not every pass was a sideways pass today. He made 35 passes today, and every time he had the ball, he just looked dangerous. Something was going to be created. He almost gave a chance for Gyökeres to go score, which he really should have. But what a performance by Eze today. Zubimendi, I know a lot of people are not talking about Zubimendi today, but Zubimendi today, brilliant performance. Okay, the thing about Zubimendi today was he was going up against a very physical Newcastle midfield. Okay, he was going up against Joe Linton, and I think he clearly looked like Zubimendi was put on Joe Linton. And I think Zubimendi definitely got the better of Joe Linton today. Every time Joe Linton had the ball, Zubimendi was there. There was even a moment where he won the ball. He won a header over Dan Burn. Brilliant performance by Zubimendi. But today, it was a combination of good attacking play and squad depth, which really won the game for Arsenal. Usually, we're so predictable, but today it just felt a bit different watching Arsenal. The play was much more direct. And unfortunately, when the game does get more direct, the game becomes more chaotic. And at some points of the game, it did feel like a basketball game. But that's something you have to deal with. And when you have a defense like the defense we have built, it shouldn't be an issue for us. And when we did need something different, it was a bench. Arteta today changed the game with the subs today, and we can change it that's with the credit today this season, where because of how big our bench is, and these are just not players that are squad depth players. These are players that can start, like William Saliba, Mikel Merino, Martin Odegaard, Lewis. These players that can all start. We used all 5 subs today, which is crazy. When was the last time we used all 5 subs? But we can, because they're all of good quality. But for me, we have to talk about this man right here, Declan Rice, man of the match for me. I know Gabriel got the man of the match because he scored the goal, but today for me, Declan Rice was man of the match. This man was everywhere. He played a different role. He played as more of the number 6 today. The amount of line-breaking passes he was doing, he was everywhere. There was even a moment where I think Murphy went on through, and Declan Rice was chasing him and managed to block the shot. He was absolutely crazy today. What a player. And then, of course, another big shout to Yuri Timber. This man is a machine. He just goes on and on and on. Today, playing up against Gordon. What a performance. I know Gordon did well today in some moments, but Yuri Timber dealt with him really good. What a performance by Timber today. He was everywhere, even in that near the end of that half when we needed someone to be the outlet on that right side position. After Saka went off, he did that. He was up and down, defending, attacking. What a brilliant performance by Timber. Gyökeres today, I know the stats is going to say 6.8, but he was really good today. He was going up against almost a back 5 at points, going up against Botman, Dan Burn, who were absolutely wrestling this guy. There was moments where his face was getting grabbed, he was getting thrown onto the floor, but he just kept going, and he was so unlucky he didn't get a goal today. But the moment that changed the role, Gabriel, what a header. I mean, this man, like, this guy has really improved. You compare Gabriel to when we signed him, like, this man is up there as one of the best centre-backs in the world. Big goals. That's one thing another top centre-backs do. They can jump up with big goals. You've seen it with Van Dijk so many times. But Gabriel makes up for that mistake he made in that first half by going and scoring the winner. And he does this a lot of times. Every time he makes a mistake, he always makes up for it within the same game. But there was a lot of questions for Arsenal this game. Can Arsenal handle the pressure? Can Arsenal show, title mentality signs of being champions? And there was a lot, me myself, even I had questions come 70th minute. Could Arsenal really do this? Because I felt at one point, this is it. I felt that we were going to drop points, but we passed in flying colours. What a performance and what a result. It was Arteta literally threw the whole kitchen sink at it. Like, it was attacker after attacker. And at the end, it was way too much for Newcastle. But I'm so happy we won. And I'm so happy we don't have to talk about a stupid VAR decision that becomes a headline. Because honestly, that performance and that result today, we needed the win. And I'm so happy we got the win. But yeah, VAR today as well. What a disgrace. Every single thing that we did, everything that benefited us or everything that was there to harm us, they were looking at. VAR was an absolute joke today. I feel like they were not trying to get us the win. One point they were trying to give Gabriel a handball. It was just a joke. Like, VAR was an absolute annoyance today. But yeah, we got the win, and that's all that matters. Let me know what you think. Who was your man of the match? Do you agree with me? What do you think about Declan Rice? Or do you think maybe Eze was better, Zubimendi was better? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.